You want to know why I'm so gosh darned happy? We'll get into that in just a moment. But first, we do have an even more recent piece of breaking news. Apparently, Zoe's a good girl. Yes, she is. Zoe's a good girl. All right. Now, the second most piece of breaking news I'm going to let Rachel Maddow tell you about. Here it is.
I'm going to interject here for a second, and I'm actually sort of calling an audible here. I need to speak to the control room and ask you, live on TV, can I report this breaking news? All right. NBC News has breaking news, which I can now bring to you. I'm sorry, I needed to confirm that. If the answer had been no, that would have been a real cliffhanger. NBC News is projected a result in the very important Wisconsin Supreme Court election tonight. Janet Protasiewicz is the more liberal of the two candidates. Dan Kelly, the more conservative of the two candidates. This is considered broadly to be the most important election in the country, the most consequential election in the country in the year 2023. As you see with these elections here, the projected winner is Janet Protasiewicz, the more liberal of the two judicial candidates.
Living in America. Yeah. Wisconsin. God damn. Well done. Why am I spoiling this? Hold on now. Judge Janet. Whoopsie. Judge Janet. My word. Great job, Wisconsin. Great job, Wisconsin. Good God almighty. That's a big W. That is a big W. I'm going to buy so much gosh darn cheese. Well done. We're, in the later show, we're going to talk about this because it's so nice. We're going to talk about it twice. But I just want to say a couple of things. This is a massive deal down the line, as well as for some immediate decisions coming up. It's conceivable that we could have Wisconsin fairly districted. Districted? We could have fair districts in Wisconsin by the next election. Now, there is going to be some what you can do on that. But let's just take a moment to enjoy this. Goddamn, Wisconsin, you did it. Had somebody in the community tab talking about going out and voting. Oh, what the hell. I'm going to let this keep playing. Y'all, it's a good morning.
Candidates here. This has very big consequences for Wisconsin and indeed for the country. I will just point out a couple of things here. This may very well mean that there is a deciding vote in the Wisconsin Supreme Court that results in abortion being legal in Wisconsin instead of illegal. It also means that Wisconsin, which is arguably the most gerrymandered state in the country, may finally get what are considered to be fair maps rather than radical Republican maps. I will also say that the Wisconsin Supreme Court is the one Supreme Court in the nation that agreed to hear Donald Trump's challenges to the 2020 election, and it was only by one vote that they refused his demand to throw out hundreds of thousands of votes in Democratic cities in Wisconsin, thereby giving him that state's election result when he had not, in fact, won it. And now the majority on the Wisconsin Supreme Court, for the first time in more than a decade, will flip from hard right conservative control to progressive control. That is a huge deal in Wisconsin.
Especially on the maps front. Look what happened over in Michigan when they started using actually representative maps. Same thing might happen in this great state of Wisconsin, which would dramatically change the makeup of.
Living in America. Yes, it surely did happen in Michigan. Oh my gosh. All right. Second of all, look at that lineup that was on MSNBC last night. That's a hell of a. They had their big guns out. Good Lord. Yeah, that is what happened in Michigan, and that old man voice. There we go. That is what happened in Michigan, and it started very much like Wisconsin, with a chain of consequences from gerrymandering, pissing off the general population. Wisconsin could have an extraordinarily bright future. It's just right now, democracy in the state has been secured. Right there, we got a big fat W. Truth be told, I've been optimistic about 2024. I didn't feel easy. Like, I didn't feel relaxed genuinely in my soul until this decision, until this vote last night came in. Now, oh baby, we're gonna be like the cat that caught the canary. I mean, we're just gonna have a Bugs Bunny mentality because we are going to win. We're gonna win. The struggle for democracy, the struggle for equality, of equal justice, equality between the classes. We're going to win. Not going to be an easy fight, but obviously we have the temperament for the fight. We have the will. We've demonstrated that, and now, as of Wisconsin, we have the means. We're going to go into more of this later, even in this segment, and then later in the day as well. Let's just bask it in for a moment. Let's just bask in it. There we go. Soak it in, bask in it for a moment. Hey, there we go.
Right now, Wisconsin, I mean, forgive me, you know this better than I do, Alex, but Wisconsin, in terms of the popular votes, roughly 50-50 Democratic and Republican. But if the population in Wisconsin votes that way, what they get, because their maps are so crazy, is basically a 2/3, 1/3 Republican majority, both in their state legislature, but also in their congressional delegation. And so if Wisconsin gets fair maps that actually represent the way people vote in Wisconsin, it could flip multiple seats in Congress. It could flip control of Congress simply by this one result in this one Supreme Court state in this one election in Wisconsin tonight.
And that basically happened in Florida, right? In the other direction. Yes. Illegal maps were used essentially to flip the Congress to the Republicans.
Let me jump in here. Sorrel K, you just helped win a big one for democracy. We're bringing back the WYCD Community Member of the Day. Sorrel K, it's you. You're the wicked citizen of the day. Hell yes. Great vote. Let's keep her going.
Maps matter. In short, the maps matter. And by the way, it's nice that this is, national breaking news, because there was a moment 10, 15 years ago when people were not tuned into why these things matter. And now the country, I think, has really woken up.
Yes, they surely have. And I do just want to stress the great irony that we have Donald Trump largely responsible for that, for doing such a dangerously bad job in politics that we had no choice but to develop an interest in it. Alex looks how I feel right now.
And is turning out. That's a big margin. I think it was 14 points. I don't want to say that officially.
I mean, it's not, we're not at the end of it, but she is the projected winner.
And that abortion in Roe is not this flash in the pan issue that waxed and waned when the opinion leaked, that it is an enduring fracture, that a majority of Americans still have that front of mind when they make decisions about who should win elections.
And I would argue that Democrats need to rethink everything that they understood about politics from the 1990s. Guns and abortion are the issues that are probably the two most powerful electoral issues. And if you don't believe that, look at what happened in the 2020 midterms when abortion, I still believe, and will fight me, I believe abortion was the deciding factor in that election.
Listen to this gal. She's right. When people complain about, we have too many old politicians, it gets under my skin because I feel like they don't understand the core of that argument. And in fact, I feel like different people are having different arguments and one of them's bad. I don't actually care what somebody's age is. I care about how long they've been a politician. And being a politician for a long time is not disqualifying if they've had good politics. But largely speaking, The beef I have with the old guard of politicians that we currently have is that they've been bad politicians for a long time. And it used to be that they were politicians when you could be a bad politician and get elected. In fact, when being a bad politician was more likely to get you elected. Obviously, we define bad then not as your ability to get elected or not, but as your ability to govern effectively. Well, it used to be that incompetence was the way to succeed. They pushed ahead. Democrats were prized. They were most prized for their ability to closely lose fights. Now people are paying attention. That ain't so. We want those W's, and baby, we're getting them. Let's let Joy Reid and the team finish it off.
And if you look at Tennessee, the next abortion level issue is guns.
That's a hell of a tune. Franny P says, yo, here we come. Americans taking our country back. Absolutely, Franny P. That is quite correct. We surely are. By the way, folks, if you would like to increase the number of people, good Lord, that's why I don't do morning streams as often. Yes, we're calling 11 o'clock streams morning stream. Shut up. If you want more people helping you out in these fights, if you want these little schemes we come up with to be more and more effective, hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't. We're building a team here. We are going to do stuff to affect all of America, all of the world if we can, but specifically the 2024 election. That's our target. Let's build up as much strength as we can. Make this stream popular. You know how the internet works. Do the things. Do the things. We're gathering a wicked team. It's going to be a lot of fun.